Hello, welcome to my stream. It's Late Night Talks with Romantic Developer, and um, we are at 209 stream, during which during previous stream we discussed multiple topics. Today we are still going to look into some recent AI news and try to finish next update to my project for local AI, for local YouTube AI helper, and I'll share my links about that project and yeah, explain what are the new changes we done. And I try to make it more configurable so you can use it for your needs without any programming effort, but just providing some parameters or something. Yeah, so first thing first, let's start my stream helper. It would be just stream command. Oh, really? Stream. Oh, I've always. Okay, we need to go to my local. It's what I forget. Yeah, so in that folder we have stream command. I keep my command prompt just to show you how it's going, how it's working. But of course we can use it as separate desktop shortcut and just double click shortcut, and it will start executing streams what we need to do for our local execution. As you see, with chatbot, which is actually AI agent because it's making a lot of decision on its own and have some tools which allow him to eat. I call it him, allowing it to search, get the latest generic news, get the latest general news, get the latest AI news. Also look on my last 5 streams content, look my previous stream very full content, and looking what we are talking right now as well as content. And for that we also execute, you see my local whisper session, which basically recognize immediately what I'm talking about and writing it to the file which the bot can use to answer all the questions and keep conversation in the chat going. It's still like not the best bot in the world, of course, but you can see what we are doing, how we're using tools, how we're using something like to make sure that your messages are properly validated. Some of your messages by its decision could be announced me loud, so I will not miss them, and so on. So yeah. And the next thing, of course, it started the live chat. Here you see, hi everyone, chatbot is active. It's basically what the bot is written. Right now I'm under the bot account on my on this stream, so you see it all yourself. Also recently I organized my tabs, so it's slightly more organized now. Okay, it's even opened the chat this way. Let's test the chat. Let's say, hello everyone, have a nice stream. And we could see what it's doing here. Okay, here. It received that message and it understands, okay.
Hello everyone, have a nice stream.
So it understands that that message could be announced to the streamer. It validated it for not completions, but for how we call it, moderation. It's moderated that message and understands that it not pose any harm, and then it announced it and decided. Then he tried to decide if I need to answer that, and he think, okay, I could answer that message because it's not directed to some specific person or some specific question. So, and bot replied here, you see, hello romantic developers, thank you, we're glad to have you here, enjoy the stream. So pretty cool. Now what we will do the next, maybe let's see the latest news in AI. It's what we do normally. Also the last stream, hello, yeah, the last stream I did some changes to my live chat bot just when it will be understand that it's on offline, so chat is over. I rewritten something like that, so if it has any issues when it try to fetch live chat messages, if it receive any HTTP error, it try to see if the live chat is no longer live or live chat ended messages, and then it fires some special type of exception, and in that exception it's trying to clean up and trigger full process. And I want to make it adjustable, so not always you should have just some parameter which will allow you to do that full processing once your stream ended. What is full processing? After the stream ended, it go download my full stream video, it's extract audio, transcribe it, and once again very good, and then it try to analyze that audio transcript, improve it, preserve it, improve transcript, and then it try to build nice title, nice description, build very good chapters, video chapters for that function, for that stream, and keywords. And after that, it's go to YouTube and update all of those, removing other subtitles because they're probably not so good, and replacing it with our subtitles, and updating all the fields like title, description, keywords, whatever. So, and after that, it's, yeah, finished. So I just end the stream and it's do everything else on its own. The last thing, I haven't tested the last code, but it looks pretty stable. So normally we ask some news about like that, hello. So let's try that bot again. Maybe we can use something like mini high, let's say, because previously we use GPT-4, it's nice, but let's test mini high. A top news in the AI field in the last few days. So please search for the news dated February 8 or later and provide a short summary of the top 6 AI news from that range. Please provide source link as well. Choose most magnificent and really about recent events or discoveries in artificial intelligence field. Interestingly, that it's used Grammarly, but as you see, it didn't recognize any issues here. Why? What we can say? Not translate. Can I ask for rewrite it in Copilot? Right interaction. Okay. Let's see how Copilot can rewrite in that. Yeah, let's replace, at least it would be without any issues. We will not do deep research, we just do search, so we don't need really deep research here. It will eat one deep research space from other my deep researches. Probably I will not use 100 deep research a month, but in few days I used about 5 deep research per day. So of course, to use 100 researches per month, I need to do no more than 3. And I believe last few days I didn't done any deep research. I need to include only news from, for example, nice. Looks like it's trying to do a clever of news finalizations. Why it's so? Because it show how it's syncing. By the way, if you will extract, okay, yeah, it show everything. By default, it use the most recent one here. So he see if news are intercepting, and if it's the intercepting, he choose another news. So really cool capabilities. Even I haven't asked it for that, but it's think okay. So we see that the current list of top 6 news. Okay. For a second, probably not for a second, of course, for at least few seconds, maybe less than a minute, but let's see and yeah, discuss those news. Trump ambitions and China and DeepSeek dominate global summit. At a major Paris summit on artificial intelligence, geopolitical tensions took center stage. As China budget-friendly DeepSeek and US President Trump bold US strategy sparked intense debate. Leader and tech experts discussed how emerging AI systems could reshape global competitiveness and regulations. Okay, and if I click read more, it will go to Ape News. So really, okay, they discussing something. What is the news? Come on. I mean, that a topic for discussion? It was understandable, of course. So no issues. It would be understandable. I haven't checked my phone for if it's I don't have any issues, because sometimes I had. Okay. Okay. No issues with chat, so it's fine. Okay. So let's see the next news. Hopefully it will be more interesting. Frog is boiling. Maybe the year AI comes for your job. In Starlink industry wake up call, major tech companies like Salesforce, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and others announced significant layoffs and hiring freezes in engineering roles. Executives warned that as generative agents grow ever more capable, routine coding tasks might soon be handled by machines, a development that could upend traditional job structures. It's not common only for software development, believe me. It's very sophisticated job, and you see AI agents come here. So once someone discover some very cheap robot, believe me, 90% of jobs would be replaced by those robots. And you know what? I'm just afraid what people who lose their jobs could do. And you can think about it as well. So you have a work, you study it at school, to do at university, I mean at technicum, I don't know, you spend some time, some part of your life becoming a professional in that work, and now some AI machine came and it would be much better in that work than you, because it's know much more than you, because it's machine and it has unlimited capabilities in terms of intelligence. And what you'll do, you need money for food, you need money for home, for your family. You wouldn't be happy, you wouldn't be happy. And of course, it doesn't mean that, okay, you start working for 4 hours a week, they wouldn't pay you the same amount of money as before. So the question is, how to solve those issues? Of course, for company, machine is much better than a human because machine cannot be ill. It's very functional. It could be reprogrammed to do other jobs very easily. It shouldn't pay it some vacation. You shouldn't pay it some, I don't know, some day offs, some mental crises, etc., etc. So it would be, I don't know, it would be really, really, really hard for many, many people. Now it's talking about developers, but believe me, it would be more. It's just question of time. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. And of course, people on the top, on the top of our hierarchy, already thinking what they can do. Maybe another war, huge war in the world. I don't know. I wish I would be wrong. I wish I'll be wrong about all of those. But yeah, looks like companies that don't need as many humans as before for work, for making a profit. Okay, NHS uses AI to prioritize high-risk patients. In healthcare innovation news, AI app developed by Cambridge-based C2A is now helping NHS hospitals by analyzing millions of records to assign risk scores. This tool identifies patients with a high risk of deterioration, moving them up on the waiting list for timely intervention and reducing post-operative complication. That is one of the good usage of AI because it doesn't mean layoff. It doesn't mean, some people will lose their work. It just more proper people will receive help sooner than later, which could save their lives and so on. Okay, Trudeau in Paris ahead of Global AI Summit. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has arrived. By the way, he already said that he will leave the office. So it's just he is not Prime Minister, but how it's called. He doing what Canadian Prime Minister should do, but he already signed off. He's arrived at Paris to participate in the upcoming Action Summit. His presence underscores Canada's determination to assert a strong voice in international debates over ethical AI requirements while... See, I believe Canada is more like European unions. We already talked about that. They don't see, okay, they still try to control AI rather than develop. So they try to control it in one way, while countries like United States, probably Russia and China, they invest into AI and release some governance, release some strictiveness. So they trying to allow engineers, researchers, and others just to see full potential of AI and be first in that race, while European Union, maybe they do proper things. I don't say. Of course, you should think about AI risks and provide some strategies to prevent it. But if it will happen in United States and China, European Union couldn't protect itself for sure. It's like they move everything green, and now they have so high prices for any electricity and other resources like gas, etc. They become not. It's not possible to make many businesses in European Union. So many companies, including car industry, etc., they move their fabrics outside European Union, like to United States or to East. Maybe they still trying to collaborate with China and other countries just to have a good business, because energy prices go too high up in Europe, and again because of their very strict policies about green energy, and I still think that green energy should be prioritized. We have a lot of energy, we have a lot of power, I don't know, everywhere, in sun, in our ocean movements. Any movement is energy. Of course, we should study how to extract that energy easily, extract that energy effectively, because of course, relying on oil, gas, or other nature resources, it's not a proper thing, because we can extract them way faster than they will be repopulated again. So of course it should be very important thing, especially let's imagine if you can make solar power very profitable, much more profitable than oil power. Of course, oil leaders, oil companies try to kill you, but it couldn't be stopped, of course. And yeah, very soon all the earth will switch to solar power. But they want to do vice versa. They say, hey, please don't use oil, try to use something else. And they, hey, but everyone use oil, it's so cheap. And they say, no, please use something very expensive. And because of it, European loses so many jobs, so many companies, and they really become not the world first economies anymore. Okay, and the similar thing they do with AI. Now they said, okay, no, we should control AI. We should really control AI and we should apply so many rules like GDPR for AI, AI governments, AI securities, etc., etc., etc. And all this leads, we should prohibit DeepSeek, Quen, etc. Probably ChatGPT from OpenAI. Yeah, let's prohibit all the models except maybe one and without internet access, and so on. So they do everything to become from Europe, third how it's called, third kind countries in the world, or fourth kind maybe. So they do wrong thing. And Canada actually, I don't believe it, but they joined them, not United States, in those efforts, I believe. Amazon goes all in artificial intelligence. I think for Amazon, even spending $100 billion, it's not all in, but it's surely a lot. They spent more than Microsoft, but yeah, of course, it's a very big investments, but other companies also will, spending a lot. Everyone now racing, because who will not race will lose. And DeepSeek is just confirming it. They said, okay, now you can just add, I don't know, 5 drops of ethanol into your gas, and it would be 2 times more efficient. So they didn't stop that race, they just add that 5 drops of ethanol, or something. So they just add new fire to that race. So CEO Andy Jassy highlighted that massive investment will bolster. What is the word bolster? Bolster. Really? I'm still learning. Bolster, a long thick pillow that is placed under other pillows for support. Oh, come on. Okay. Bolster. Support strengths pop-ups. Okay. I know. I mean, I know. I saw such pillows, but I didn't know they called bolsters. Okay, part of drive new consumer-facing innovation, a part broader strategy to cement Amazon's leadership in AI race. Cement. Okay, what is AI distillation? The rise of AI copycats. Yeah, DeepSeek did that. DeepSeek did that copycat. So a recent Atlantic article shed light on controversial process called distillation, where a company may use another AI output to train its own model. OpenAI has accused Chinese startup DeepSeek of employing this method to develop a competitive model at a fraction of the cost, raising concerns about new era of AI copycats that could disrupt the industry economic landscape. You know, you know, if it's so simple to create very cool and very cheap models, use distillation, why other companies like OpenAI don't do that? I mean, okay, they invest a lot of money into O1, okay? Why they couldn't create O1 mini by distillation of O1, and it would be so efficient and so cool, and they just sell it on smaller prices? Okay, yeah, maybe I see it. So DeepSeek created those ways and set it as open source. No, still, I think it's some, let's say, what do you think about distillation? Copycats. Do you think if someone can repeat your model by simple distillation, it should be prohibited? Prohibited actually, but okay. Okay. I believe distillation not only means creating copy, but also creating simpler model with mostly the same potential, but not exactly the same. Frequently used to compress a large teacher model into smaller student model, which can improve efficiency without necessarily sacrificing much performance. In many research and commercial contexts, this process is seen as a tool for optimization and deployment rather than unethical practice. Yeah, it's what I feel as well. That said, the ethical and legal concerns emerge when distillation is used to replicate a proprietary model. You know, they said we spent so many, I don't know, like we spent millions of the dollar to teach it. And then you can say I can spend only I don't know 100th of that just to repeat it. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. That said, the ethical and legal concern copycat proprietary model without proper authorization. If the underlying model is protected by intellectual property rights or subject to license agreements, this reproduction via distillation, especially for commercial gain, could undermine the they not use it for commercial gain, could undermine the incentives for innovations and the right of original developers. So intellectual property, as far as I know, they use it on some open data, so basically it's easy to repeat. Probably they shouldn't learn even their OpenAI models on some proprietary data. Of course, I understand that preparing data, it's a complex task. Ultimately, whether such practice should be prohibited isn't a straightforward technical question, but a policy and legal one. Many argue that while the technique itself should remain available for researchers and efficiency gains, there must be clear guidelines to ensure that proprietary technology isn't unlawfully replicated. This balance is crucial. On one hand, open research and reproducibility drive scientific progress. On the other, companies need assurance that their significant investments are protected under intellectual property law. In summary, while model distillation is a valuable tool, it's used to directly replicate proprietary system without consent should be subject to legal scrutiny and potentially prohibition depending on the circumstances and existing IP frameworks. So not very okay. Still, I am thinking that let's move it to physical world. So you get the book. You pay for this book to read. Basically, DeepSeek paying for API request to O1. And of course, they need to pay because otherwise, how they can execute them? So you read the book. And after reading the book, you became as clever as this book. Yes? And should it be prohibited? Should FBI come to you just because you now become cleverer? I mean, so in that case, of course, you need not reading the book, but you asking questions and receive an answers. Okay. So you couldn't ask question, please provide me everything you know. Yes. You can try. You can try whatever in UI. It's the same queries you can do through API. So basically just answer and question and answer. You say, okay, how tall is Everest? And then you can see your model response and this model response. Say, okay. And all that OpenAI models like O1, they don't show you all thinking process on the same level of detail like DeepSeek. So it's partly hidden. So they couldn't see the whole process of thinking. And they just replicate it on results of response. Of course, you can ask your prompt, provide me detailed response or something. But still. I understand that it's process distillation, but I don't think it should be prohibited. And if it's so simple, then you can use OpenAI, you can use DeepSeek and other Chinese companies to do the same thing and raise your model even cleverer. So use it vice versa. I don't know. I think it's, yeah, all those suits, everything about distillation, it's not a good thing, it's not a proper way. You should invest into something really clever. And again, let's imagine a wisdom man. You can talk to that wisdom man a lot, yes, and you can spend whole life talking to that wisdom man. Does it mean you will become the same wisdom as here? You will become much more clever and have much more wisdom, of course, but probably you will never become him, because wisdom is not just all the answers and all the questions, and if someone can replicate it, it's their right. It's the right. You should protect the wisdom man, not the books written by him. That is my opinion here. Okay, okay. So we are fine, I believe. Here we discussed that news and hopefully not much changed here. So let's see what is waiting to be checked in, and we can rework the code slightly to make it even. So that one we can rework easily. I mean, we don't need to rework. It's AI bot thing. So with R1, should we include it? Maybe we can include it. Run last full process. Probably we can remove it. It doesn't work as I want. So let's see other things. AI client. What we have added here. We add here the text moderation and text to speech. Okay, discussion starters. We removed some unneeded file. Okay, downloader. Removed some unneeded things. Live chat bot. Yeah, we have a lot of fixes here. Basically, we added a lot of functionality here. Okay, real-time mic transcriber. Okay, it's my test project. We will not need that. That we will add. That run last FP we don't need. Temp audio we don't need. Transcriber we can include it, and that we can include YouTube update. We also did some file. So not much changes here actually. Prepare for LLM query. A lot extensions. Yeah, it's probably could be done. It could be included. So run last tool. We just could remove it. And another tool which called temp audio. We don't need it. Remove. And we have some bad file here. Batch run last FP. We can remove it. And cursor ignore. Let's add it to git ignore. We still need to test cursor here. I tried it to do, but yeah. License prepare combined. Okay, LLM. And also maybe we can even do that one thing. And let's it get to git ignore here. So configuration. So let's ask first thing first. Get all our files here and go to our chat. And yeah, let's ask few things here just to prepare our code for check-in, and we could switch to something else. Hello. I will provide my code below. You can examine it and answer my question, which will be basically an ask to implement some developer software developer task. So first task is my file. Let's see how it's called, live chatbot. Let's copy that. Contains code to execute full processing of the last stream. It's unconditional. Can you please add an argument which will enable this option? Also update stream bed to use this argument by default. Default value, if this argument is not specified, would be just exiting a chatbot, not running processing. Below is my code in current version. Oh, so below is my code. Let's go once again here, copy my code, 5,000 lines, not too much. And let's ask the question. By the way, we haven't specified search the web, but probably we don't need the search the web. It's a simple task. So let's see how chat could help us in that way. So it's trying to analyze something. It's probably interesting. Yeah, it's decided to add full process, like to match our other things. Also, we could ask the same question here in our Copilot here, and we have edit with Copilot. But edit with Copilot is not as powerful as talking to the chatbot directly, at least per my understanding. Oh, whoa. They included into preview. Okay. Let me, I don't know where to put myself. Maybe here. They enabled in preview Cloudy, Gemini, O1, O3 Mini. Cool. So many new models without DeepSeek exactly, actually. But we know that we can even use DeepSeek via proxy. So maybe now it will become much more powerful than before. Edit with Copilot. Okay, let's, in other chat, let's just ask something like what I can do with, okay, edit with Copilot functionality with GitHub Copilot. Please summarize all the options there. Okay, let's see what it's recommended to us. So your error indicates that when the live chat. Oh, really? It's not that chat. That is the chat. Let's move it down. So, yeah, here's the question. Here's the answer. Below is the solution. In summary, we want to modify the chatbot so only triggers full processing by calling main py with full process when new command flag full process passed in. When the flag is not passed, the bot just exit with the stream as offline. So add an optional flag using argparse and then main entry point and store it in live chatbot instance. Okay, let's try to do all of those. So we are working with that live chat bot. We're closing the chat right now. Let's go to the top, sub process, and probably it would be the arc parse. Okay, now it's looking fine. And in live chat bot, we full process enabled false. Okay, we just add here new argument and we say self. We can put it even here. Full process enable. Okay. Run bot. I believe it should be somewhere. So I think that it code we need to insert. So stream detected offline stream. So let's copy, let's insert here. If full process enabled, okay, then just do the clean full process, otherwise just exit in chat loop. And now we have our parse here. So parser, full process, store true, enable full process, last stream is goal offline, video ID and arcs, default none, help optional video ID. I'd say optional, default none. And live chat bot, okay, yeah, it's configuration. Okay, and video ID. And if video ID would be none, video ID, video ID. If video ID, else, oh, I see, we will search in on our own channel. Yeah, we did it before. So live chatbot, live chatbot. We can save it. All right. We need to solve that issue somewhere time. But yeah, now we preserve that. Okay, and here in the batch, we do something like full process. Full process. Let's go to our stream bat and we call Python live stream full process live stream helper. And where is our live stream helper? live stream helper. If your helper script passes a long command line arguments when it starts full process, you could bypass helper and call live chatbot directly. And here we see activate, find active stream ID. Okay. Chat live bot. So this is my live chat live stream helper. And another one. Now I execute. We go to stream bed and we saw the whole process from the stream bed. Can you update the code of live to support passing this argument if it is specified? So we just need to provide that additional support and it will do for us. So it should be fast. It should be very fast. It should be already done. Hey. Hello, user wants. Yes, please modify. Okay. So it returned me everything main, and in main we look if it's set, and if it's set, we go and Python live chatbot full process tag video ID and full process tag full process. Okay, it's space here. So basically live stream helper, we just replace it 76, 79, and now we have that sync. Okay, and let's double check that stream is now passing it. Stream bed, okay, and live chatbot. Let's add, that sync print f. Let's say at the end. Okay. Let's test it very quickly. So we just go to our live stream here and just try to interrupt it, and we will execute Python live chatbot full process and stream ID. Let's see what it will write to us here. So successfully initialized, found token file, YouTube service successfully initialized, initialize, loading, found token, YouTube service successfully authenticated, successfully initialized. So here it says successfully initialized OpenAI. Post message to live chat. It should say starting live chat bot at the end. Where is it? Found token, OpenAI. Let's see at the here. We reading config, so maybe it's reading from here. Okay. Only supported YouTube successfully initialized. Configured RPPIs to search. Word news configured setup successfully. So looks like in the live chat bot, we initialize discussion starters, and discussion starters initialize news extractor, and news extractor in its initialization say initializing SERP API key successfully. So successfully authenticate found token. I don't see that in my live chat bot. Let's make sure that it's here. So let's go to live chat bot once again. Main. We just say another override. Live chat bot. Let's see if it's at the end. Okay, yeah, it should be here. Let's just execute once again. I know that we receive hi everyone multiple times. Oh yes, now no, we are using OpenAI SDK. Successfully authenticated. Oh, maybe we just don't need to write something like print. Even print should be because actually we should have something like logger info. Let's see if we have logger here at the top. Yeah, setup login. So we should use logger info, of course. Another execution, but hopefully this time it would be the last one we are using. Okay. Successfully initialized, found token, YouTube authenticated channel, SERP API, successfully initialized, post message. Interesting. Starting. We are using. So that is part of our other, but SERP API. It's actually going after we should write starting. Let's move it into the live chat bot. Live chat bot. We defined here. So let's say logger info start, and we just can use self args f. Everything looks legit, you know. And let's see. Okay, here, starting live chatbot with full enabled true. Maybe we had that before? No. Posted message. Okay, now we have it. Whew. And now let's look for DeepSeek. Let's say copy path. And let's come here and say, thank you. Now please return me updated instructions for file. It should be used with LLM Studio. Not a llama. So please update those instructions to match latest setup steps to use R1. Okay, hi. We have a lot of chatbot, but hopefully now it's working nice. And to use. So let's enable search because we need the latest instruction to use LLM Studio. So we need it to match the latest instructions actually. And okay, let's copy that. Let's go to readme file here. Let's replace it, and we don't need with this updated instructions summary. Below that explains how to set up instead of llama using LLM Studio for local with DeepSeek. Okay. Okay. Cool. And now we just want to update which file we want to update. We want to update this file. Copy related path and update to have a link to readme MD in DeepSeek folder. And it should be simple. It should be simple. What else do we need to do? I think that would be it. Let's review. So DeepSeek AI bot, okay. DeepSeek will take care of. Git ignore, okay. AI client. Okay, discussion starters. Okay, downloader. Okay, live stream chat helper. Okay, live chat bot. Yeah, a lot of changes. Requirements, transcriber. Okay, utilities. Okay, YouTube update. Also update. We just added few functions here. Git ignore update. That is update. That is okay. So we also need just do another thing here. We'll update version for README file for the project root in this new section has been added with hyperlink point and DeepSeek instructions located in. So it's quite complex. So let's do one thing. I will review both files here. So, oh, it would be this new file. And of course, let's go to the top, remove markdown, and let's go to the down. Okay. And let's go here, and we can go and include our README file. Oh, no, not this. This one, README, because I believe it's much larger. YouTube helper, and that is some, Python. It's still not that file. We have that README. Oh, this one. Yeah, here it is. So let's try to compare both files. Key features. What's it added? Some empty lines. YouTube stream. So it's first, it's second. It's converted it to live stream, added DeepSeek, remove verification, added it to your parser, fine, removed verification, okay. Google API credentials, follow the instruction section below, clone the repository, git bash clone, environment variables, create a local OpenAI default model, configuration folders, usage overview, full process mode. Okay, main models. Download, bash, transcribe, improve, process prompts, update YouTube, discussion starters, live chat bot. This filter out message call functions, quick start, ensure you valid near main. Make sure you have created folder. Adjust the message filter and chatbot response in your bot configure to define the system instruction and message filter logic. You can add stream and for run. Live transcriber. So that is of course better, but I just understand that that is actually what we have. So we probably just need to have DeepSeek. DeepSeek model instructions. It would be about line 62. So let's go here. YouTube update environment. Okay. Let's try to preview that file. So it's DeepSeek. Okay. Oh, Python readme again. And a llama integration here. OpenAI, cloning the repository, configuration folders, usage main, download, process, generate, live transcriber, discussion starters. So here, below the 5, we also need to enter 6. Okay, let's preview that. 5 using LLM Studio. So it's following that thing, but okay, it's like that. And preview would be using models with Llama, using LLM Studio for local LLMs. And a Llama link, okay. For LLM Studio, we also have links in that file, so that should be good. LLM Studio. Am I using LLM Studio actually? Oh, so many products which are very familiar, very similar sounds. So So let's execute once again. Combined last folder, last code, Control C. Let's go to our model. Okay. I'm sorry. I mean to use with DeepSeek configuration LM Studio, not LLM Studio. Can you do all the replacement based on my most recent code and adjusted instructions? And let's just insert my recent code, click enter. So it's a pretty big context, more than 5,000 lines of the code and some instructions, in addition to what it already had in its session. So LM Studio and LLM Studio is different things. LLM Studio is more like Ollama, like LM Studio is more like Visual Sync, of course. So let's see what it's proposed. Below is updated version of your DeepSeek README file. Let's copy that. And let's go to our DeepSeek and README file. Let's update it. Now it says LM Studio. And yeah, it's LM Studio. And it says port like 1, 2, 3, 4, very similar to what I have. Different options. Nice. It's what we'll save. Oh. Now we should return to our scene here. Configuration. So, okay, it didn't look at my main README file here, but we can just go up now. Oh. Control F. LLM Studio. So LLM prompts 1, LLM prompts 2 for DeepSeek model with LLM Studio DeepSeek README. Okay. LLM config. Okay. Weights configuring folder. Yeah. Improve using a llama model with okay. Using LM Studio here. Is for local LLMs, you can use LM Studio to host local LLMs connected via local YouTube. For instructions for setting LM Studio and connecting the refer configuration DeepSeek. Okay. And yeah, now we can save it and let's see the latest thing. So AI bot looks good. DeepSeek and its README. Looks good. What else? Git ignore. Let's add first. Let's add requirements. Let's add another git ignore. Prepare. README this one. Streambot. Full process. Okay, let's add it. Live stream helper. Let's add it. AI client. Okay. Discussion starters. Okay. Download. So the only thing probably which we haven't added, it's we didn't update all the possibilities of new chatbot, but I think it's fine. Added multiple improvements including extending capabilities of the live chat bot, adding ability to execute full process of the stream on its end. Okay, so now we can say commit and push, and we should be good. Let's go to our Whisper and Git. Let's go to our local AI helper, Python. So let's go to our Python script. And we have DeepSeek, Llama, README, DeepSeek README requirements, environment variables, usage, prompts, LLM, using local Llama. Oh, let's see, DeepSeek, using LLM Studio website. Is it okay? It's not good page, but that one is good page. Follow LM Studio, for example. I don't think LM Studio serve will work. LM Studio. Let's do very quick updates just to make it really good. So we just remove that thing. For installation instruction, and making sure what let's go here. LM Studio docs, developer docs, chat completion, REST API compatibility, go to developer docs, manage chat with document, download LLM, getting up and running, download, load model into memory, chat, community. So probably we need developer docs, and OpenAI compatibility endpoints, and it's loading. Okay, it's what we are using, but download, manage chat app docs, and here chat completion, REST, open compatibility API. Ready, more instructions. Load server LLM for studio. Okay. Server is running. Help. Let's do that. Verify. Okay. Localhost. OpenAI. Okay. DeepSeek. Okay. LLM troubleshooting. Okay. Model. Okay. Ensure for additional. Okay. Summary. Okay. So let's just make sure that we update LM doc, LM Studio docs. And because we are the only one user, we can just commit and push without creating pull request. So server status, REST API. By the way, it has LMS. So it has LMS, but it's LM Studio, but LMS server help start status stop. We can see status, but of course it would be stopped. Oh, it's actually running. Let's stop it. Okay, maybe it's eating some of our memory. Yeah, and it's show all the models, list all downloaded models. So we have DeepSeek and embeddings. Okay. So we will not pass all the documentation here because it doesn't need it. We just show that our tool could be used with those things to run all the models locally. Maybe not all, but a lot of them. So I can as well show that link here just to make sure that it's available in the chat. So you can read that link later. So it decided that it's message not for streamer and it will not answer. It's decided to skip message. It's how the chatbot is becoming like more better in its functioning. So yeah. So what's next? What's next? I believe that would be it for today's stream. We updated our open source repository with all our latest features. So your streams could be much more engaging if you use some chatbots and tools to describe your streams or everything. And I'll try to switch to cloud-based solution for the same. And in that case, I will look at the possibilities of all that agent to create code, starting from chat, from Copilot, and looking at others like Cursor AI and other AI 8, LLM 8 or something, 8 help, 8 LM or something like that. So I know that exist about 20 pretty cool systems. Maybe not of them are very nice, some of them in development. And there are some pretty high pay grade systems like Dave or something. I saw several videos about it. But yeah, normally there are other systems which you can try for not so many money like Cursor. I believe you can probably you can try it for free, but maybe you can see much more capabilities at $20. And for GitHub, I already have access, and I have access on better level than free. Everyone could try it for free, but I have some access to preview features and some preview models. So of course I could try it as well just to see how competitive it is. So I think that's it. Hopefully during next week I'll do some progress on my cloud-based AI helper for YouTube and other video networks. I think that's it. So as usual, I wish you good luck. I wish you to learn and to raise level of love, wisdom, acceptance in your mind and soul and heart. So with all that learning and all of those will help you to find your place even in the world which would be full of AI and full of robots. And believe me, we are on the path to that. And I believe right now only some resource shortage and technology not nice nice CS technology to build those robots on low price, dividing us from this new world. Yeah, of course it would be pity if people start to be replaced by AI, but we see it's in technological companies now. We see that in all the leaders of software development, including Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, and other companies. They do layoff of employers, not a lot, maybe 5-10%, and they just put those money into AI infrastructure and AI development just to replace more and more of its worker by AI machines. For those tasks, they don't need to have robots. They just need to have some infrastructure things like that data centers which they already had. But yeah, going forward, believe me, we will live with robots. Yeah. Okay. Wish you a nice day again. See you later whenever